Focus on one topic, and the topic today is about Goyo, or volunteer service for your church, for your community. And it's an important part of the church community. The church wouldn't exist without people's help. That people come to volunteer, people come to service, people just gathering, because this is a community. It's a community center as well as a place to nurture our faith too. And so when Sensei was talking, when he was reading his Saishi, this church has been in existence for 82 years. 82 years. That's a long time, real long time. And the only reason why it existed that long was because everyone put in their 2 cents there. Everyone put in something. You know, some gave all, like that. Just the army teaching, right? I think not teaching, the army quote. Some gave all, but some gave some. I forgot how it went, but some of them gave all. But the church members, a lot of church members gave a lot throughout the whole lifetime, and that's why this church is still in existence after 82 years. And so recently, well, not recently, a couple months back, I remember somebody told me that my goyo wasn't, I didn't fold things properly, and so some things were a little off, some things were a little misshapen, and so it's because I realized, when you do goyo, when you're performing goyo for the church, an important aspect is your heart, your mindset, your heart mindset. That's really important, because sometimes it's like, oh man, I'm just doing this because I was told to do it, and then it's just like doing it begrudgingly, and that's not the right mindset. That's might as well not even come. Is the mentality. It should be the goal is to have it's in Japanese it's called jitsuiteine, which is like a sincere conscientiousness in what you're doing. So whatever you're doing, to put that sincere conscientiousness into making the task right, making it well, doing well on it too. And so I always need reminders of that. So some of my friends said, "Oh, don't touch it, you're gonna break it." So don't tell me you're gonna break it too. And so that's a reminder for me. It's like, oh, I better slow down. I better slow down just a bit to think about my jitsuiteine and what I do in my everyday living. And so it's not just for goyo, it's for your everyday life. Like when you're washing dishes, do you wash it like really fast and throw it into the dishwasher and you get chipped dishes, and even cooking. And so a lot of things in our everyday life require some level of awareness of our being, of our behavior. And you might notice that with drivers these days. Like they don't care about anybody but themselves, right? And so jitsuiteine is not only about what the task at hand, but it's about thinking about other people too. And so the theme last year was kokoro kubari, right? Kokoro kubari, sharing your conscientious heart with everyone. And so it has that same kokoro kubari spirit within jitsuiteine, or sincere conscientiousness. And so it's when we do our goyo for the church, for any church, for our community, for our work, for our volunteer services, is to always kind of think about that jitsuiteine heart, that kokoro kubari heart that we're doing it with. And it's so important. It's so important. That's why I want to nurture this year, because as things are starting to open up a little bit more, people are getting used to living with COVID, and it's been hard. It's been a hard 2 years. It's like the third year already. People are like, I'm tired of this already. Flip a table. And so and so there's a lot of anger, frustration, fear, and we don't know what to do with that, right? And so we start blaming. Right? We start blaming. It's causing a lot of division, not only with like vaccinated, unvaccinated, politically, different socioeconomic statuses. There's just so much division going on, right? It's just full of it. The whole world is full of division right now. And so it's like in the third to the last part about the Konko faith, our creed, it says we live our faith in service to kami, each other, and our world. Each other. We have to nurture each other. We nurture each other, and so but through nurturing each other, helping each other out, not having this me against you kind of mentality, we can be mutually fulfilled. We can help overcome this difficulty that we're going through right now. Because the reason why I think it's so hard for a lot of people to overcome what's going on now is because people think they're doing it by themselves. All by themselves. Like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing all the work. I'm not doing everything I could do, but it's like everything I could do. But it's not I, it's we. We need everybody. That's how we're able to survive. That's how this church survived for 82 years. And San Francisco Church is going on 91 years this year. And so it's these churches are all still in existence due to the Goyo, due to helping each other out, nurturing each other, helping each other out. I'm sure as parents you nurture your children to grow into successful adults and people and part of society. And so the church too is a place to nurture our faith, and one way to do that is through Goyo, or volunteer service at your church. So whenever there's there's I think there's a garage sale coming up, come help at the garage sale. If there's a church cleanup, come help out the church cleanup. For like Daisai, like grand ceremony cleanup, there's a lot of cleanup to do. They do a major cleanup with all the windows and wiping everything, right? And so just even having one more helper helps a lot. And that's why I noticed this past Saturday when I was helping to clean up this church, is that there's a lot of cleanup. A lot of dust too, even though the air is super clean and all that, but there's still dust everywhere. And so I pray and I hope that this year will be something that we can focus on, not just ourselves, our immediate self, but just kind of expanding that to your church community, help a church out. My folks are getting a little older, getting a little more help nowadays, and so I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining today's service. And one is only 5 minutes, but very fast. 10 minutes of speech. Anyway, one thing about the Goyo. The Goyo is a bit of offering to Kami-sama, whatever we can do. So every month before the service, we clean up our church. Every service, except the ceiling, we clean up the floor. And if I'm just an ordinary person, why should I do this? It's so laborious, so tiring. But I feel very wonderful, very grateful for being able to clean up. We are going to have ability to move our hands and bodies and so on. In gratitude, we can do this. When I was at the church for faith training, what I say, the second generation. That means the Yasuhiro used to say, Whenever we sweep the floors, do Goyo wiping, anything we do. するじゃないぞ、する。My own this, my own power. するじゃない。させていただく。掃除でもさせて、ご用でもさせて、ご神前でもさせて、足がそう、自分がそう、で、させていただく。おかげで、in blessedness we can do this. In gratitude we can do this. And this attitude could be accepted by Kami-sama. Being accepted by Kami-sama is the spirit of Goyo service. Even if offerings, it can, if Kami-sama reject, it can be accepted. Kami-sama accept. If you any Goyo from the Kyokai, their services, or maybe attending the church, can be accepted by Kami-sama. This can be proved. So this is our speak of I think this is the only aspect I want to mention as the after listening to this. We're going to have general meeting this week, this church after this. Whenever I hold the general meeting, we have to make calculation how much I spend. Expenditures and incomes. At the very initial stage, 45 years ago, the money we have handled very big, but now it will be expanded, thanks to Kami-sama. And now every time I hold this meeting, I this is my true question.